Hey everybody, this is True Disciple bringing you another StarCraft 2 commentary. Today we're here on Metalopolis with TehForce playing the yellow Protoss going up against Neiki playing the green Terran. Now, as you can see, they're spawning in the top and bottom portions of the map, and that makes it the longest possible distance they can be. And for people who know this map, they know that you tend to have pretty long games on this map due to the rush distance being so long. And the games tend to be even longer when you cross in exact opposite spawning locations like this. So the rush distance is enormous here, and there's this huge hole in the middle, so units have to walk around. And so games tend to take a bit longer on this map, but that's what we're looking for today. And I was told that this game is epic, so I'm looking forward to casting it, and I hope that you guys will enjoy it. So Neiki just throwing down his supply depot at a normal timing. Same thing with TehForce with his pylon. Both players sending out scouts at almost exactly the same time. Both players having not found each other yet. It looks like they will find each other about the same time. So probably this probe will get there just a little bit before this SCV. And I like this. This is smart. Running by the Xel'Naga watchtowers. If you have a Xel'Naga watchtower that's close to your course when you're running an SCV, a scouting SCV or probe in the beginning, it's always good to do that because when you get that vision, you might just see their scouting SCV or probe and be prepared for it. And it might give you time to either try to block him off or prepare for his arrival in whatever way you can. It can also keep an eye out. For example, if you see a scouting probe or SCV or drone go by, and you don't see him coming to your base for a while, then you can assume that he might be dropping down some proxies near your base. So we're not seeing anything like that in this game, though. So just setting his waypoints, continuing to scout, checking out what's going on. Something was canceled there. I'm not sure what that was. I don't know if that was a tech lab, a reactor, or what the deal was there. Cybercore going down for the Force. So the Force looking to either tech up, or maybe he's going for a 4-gate or 3-gate robo. Meanwhile, we see a bunker, Nike's bunker going down right in the front. As I've mentioned in previous games, I really like the placement of this bunker. It's all you really need to defend your choke, and positioning it a little bit back allows it to be safe from people on the from units on the low ground shooting up at it. Meanwhile, these two scouts are deciding they're going to chase each other down. And we see that the first Stalker is being chrono boosted out by the Force. So maybe he's fearing some kind of Reaper harass or something like that, and he just wants to have that. He wants to have that Stalker out as quickly as possible. So neither player has gotten a second gas yet. So no really fast tech builds going on here. Though we do have a factory, only one Rax on a factory going down for Neiki, so Neiki might be going straight for a 1-1-1 build, going straight into the starport. Which definitely, this map really favors teching quickly. In fact, look at this, oh never mind, it just looks like, on this map, it really looks like that's already started construction there when it hasn't. So here we go with the second gateway going down for the Force and the scan going down for Neiki. If you notice the timing of the scan, it's just after the 5-minute mark. This is a good time to scout, good time to go in there, see what's going on. It's the time when if you're Zerg, you want to sacrifice that Overlord. The Force getting down his early expo. I don't believe that Neiki is aware of this. Let's check real quick. No, Neiki does not see this early expo yet. He doesn't know that it's there. And from his scan, he might just assume, it looks like a normal 3-gate robo from his scan, so he might not even think that the Force is getting that expansion. And if he gets that early extra expo up, and he's able to saturate it, that might really hurt Neiki in the long run, as he will definitely win in the resource game. But Neiki not being outdone, look at this, he's getting down his command center as well, and so I'll be interested to see if he's going to be going for his natural, or if he's going to be going for these high-yield minerals. The positioning of it kind of leans towards both, although I guess there was no place to put it here, so he could just be getting his natural, which would be the safer thing to do. Meanwhile, this Marine chasing down this probe, but he will not catch him, as probes are, and all workers are faster than Marines. So, unless he had Stim, then he could catch up. In the meantime, yes, we do see that it was this 1-1-1 build that that Neiki went for, and he is pulling out a quick Raven. So I'll be interested to see what he's going to do with that. He's not researching anything for the Raven yet, so maybe he's getting it out for that point defense drone. I'm not sure. Does he expect a lot of stalkers? And well, there are a lot of stalkers, so the point defense drone would be extremely useful when these armies clash. Meanwhile, Neiki is moving some SCVs, and he took the high yield. This is a very, very risky move. Keep in mind that from both of these watchtowers, you can see both of the high yield minerals. And so all he needs to do is grab one of these watchtowers at any point, and any good player at some point throughout the game will at least come by and check these Xel'Naga watchtowers. So Neiki, being smart though, he's keeping an eye on both of them, so at least he will know when the Force moves out and gets a glimpse of his high yield minerals. And he's even thrown up he's not worried at all, not blowing around a planetary fortune, anything like that. He is throwing out orbital command. He wants to do some pure macro here and get his army built up. And meanwhile, what do we got? A Banshee coming out for Neiki, so he's not going for... I was kind of hoping we might see one of those heavy Raven builds with Hunter-Seeker missiles, but it looks like he is just getting it out for that point defense drone, which is definitely smart. If you're facing several stalkers, even the 3 stalkers, it'll make it worth it, as you'll get to block the first 3 shots from both of those stalkers, from all 3 of those stalkers, I mean. So as I believe it blocks, let's check that real quick actually. So it blocks, consumes 10 energy, and it has 100 energy, and so it will block 10 shots. And meanwhile, here we go, he's making a move on this base, he's taking out a ton of workers, but Neiki is coming in to defend this and hold this and secure it. And with this Raven, the Force is definitely going to be pulling back because he's so he's definitely heavy on the stalkers right now, and he will be extremely hurt. His army will be extremely hurt by that Raven, and on top of that, Neiki's got the Hellions, and the Hellions will completely destroy the Zealots in 4 or 5 shots each. So meanwhile, Neiki, he did lose a bunch of SCVs there, but let's check the income and the worker count. So we do see he did lose a bunch of SCVs there. He is behind. He's 12 workers behind, but his income is not suffering that much thanks to the mules. So, but he does need to catch up. He does need to rebuild them. But it looks like the Force to not be outdone. He's going for his second expansion, which, I mean, it's not a bad timing for second expansion. He is at 84 supply. So, but we're definitely seeing a high-level macro game here. And here we have the Observer checking everything out. He sees what's going on. Let's see exactly how much of that army he can actually see. So that's what he's looking at right there. He sees the army standing there. He knows it's there, and he's keeping his forces back here. Meanwhile, yeah, it would be almost impossible for Neiki to spot that at the moment. And there goes a scout. So he got a scout of his army real quick. So, yep, SCV's under attack, scouting SCV. That always annoys me when a scouting SCV gets shot down and it tells you your SCVs are under attack, and you start frantically looking around in your bases for something destroying your SCVs. So meanwhile, we see he's moving out here. He's decided that he's gonna make a push, but because of that Observer, the Force is gonna know the direction that Neiki's coming from. So he has prepared his troops and he is ready for this assault. So, but once again, that point defense drone is going to be critical in this fight, as now with 6 stalkers up, he will block 2 shots from each of those stalkers at the outset of this fight. In fact, I need to remember if it is even 100 energy that it has. And here goes, the point defense drone is going to be dropped. There it is. And excuse me, it's 200 energy, so it's actually 20 shots that it blocks, which is absolutely incredible. And there's no way that the Force will be able to save this expansion, given this point defense drone here. And because this Raven, by getting this early Raven, by getting it out so early, he's able to have enough energy on that Raven to cast point defense drone twice, and they do last a significant amount of time. Meanwhile, he's coming back with this Force, and he's got the High Templars on the field, and we should bring the production tab up to see what's going on. The Psionic Storm is already researched. Kadarian Amulet is almost done, so he'll be able to warp in High Templars that already have enough energy to storm. But in the meantime, we see that this base is up and running again. It's almost completely, in fact, it is fully saturated. As is this base. Neiki should be looking to pick up a second expansion soon, probably his natural, and there it is right there. Thanks for looking me smart there, Neiki. So there he's got some medevacs on the table, and he's going to. I'm not sure exactly what he's going to do here. I think he might make a push soon, given the force that he has, or maybe he just wants to secure his force. I'm not sure if he is aware that there are high well, there's the scan, so now he definitely knows there are high Templars on the field, and a significant number of them. The force moving out, going to grab this. He needs to come down. He knows this is here, or he should know this is here. He needs to. There he goes. He needs to come and shoot this down, because this will still last for a bit longer. And there we go. Look, you see that until it went down. It was the sentry that almost did all the work on that. Almost every single stalker shot was shot down there, and you can imagine how powerful that would be in an actual battle, having that many shots stopped by the stalkers. So, but being smart, the Force, getting his heavy zealot army and getting the high Templars, which are just so devastating to any ground army that the Terrans can dish out. But he does have these ravens, which will be extremely. He does have this raven and these banshees, which will be extremely useful if he's able to pick off those stalkers, or even just use the point defense drone, as these banshees will be able to pound away. Will be able to pound away on the Force's army without, I want to say the Force's forces. So they'll be able to pound away on the Force's forces without any retribution. But this lovely observer just sitting here the whole time, just watching this ramp, and he sees what's going on. He knows exactly what he can do. He can spot up here, and the Force is moving out undetected for the moment, as the Zelnog watchtower was not retaken. But it looks like he's been spotted. I think he got a glimpse of the side of that army. He got a glimpse of that army. And there he goes. And look at this. There's an expansion going up too. And there's the storms. His stim is researched. So there we go. There's the stim. And there he's moving out. And he has that raven has full. Oh, he just lost that raven without being able to drop. That is a devastating blow for Neiki right there. Just completely lost that raven with full energy, unable to drop down a... Oh, and look at the beautiful feedbacks on those banshees. That was incredible play right there by